Someone breaks your heart, God will use it. It's that thing that happened to you you didn't give permission for, God will heal you and God will use it. He takes ashes and he turns it into beauty. He takes pain and he gives it a purpose. God might not have done that thing to you, but he certainly will use it.
Hi guys. Hey, this will be interrupting one more time. Anyways, so today I'm bored. And I decided to do a quick book review on one of my absolute favorite trilogy. Is it trilogy or trilogy? It's spelled trilogy though. But yes, this one is by Fancy Rivers. Like I said, one of my favorite trilogies. It's called, this reflection should stop annoying me, Mark of the Lion series. This is the gift collection. So see, I'm Fancy Rivers, and these are the books. A Voice in the Wind, An Echo in Darkness, As Sure as the Dawn. Funny story, I already read these books how many years now? I am not sure. But then I got this gift collection this year. So I had read the soft copy before getting the hard copy. You know, there are just some books that you know that I must have this thing. I must be looking at it. I saw there's this book section community, and I saw someone posting something about when you enjoy reading books and when you are into books, you are a bookworm. But when you are the type that buys book just to look at it, you're a book dragon. So I think I'm a bit of both. But yes, today I'll be talking about this trilogy. And let me start with book one. In the funny story, in the book, they said Adasa was a plain girl. Tell me if there's anything plain about this person I have seen here. Is there anything plain? Tell me. Just tell me. Well, yes, I know I'm just this is like unhinged, but anyhow. So tell me, is there anything plain about that? In fact, there's a picture. Oh my god, baby. Oof. There's a bigger Adasa. See, and they'll call her plain. Then, so book one is centers mainly about Hadassah, a Christian slave girl, how she became a slave. That it was after that season where Jesus came, and there were people who believed in him, there were people who still chose to be Jews, and they were clashing, and people were taking these Christians, they were killing them, and the ones that they did not want to kill, they took them as slaves. So this one is around that time, Sha. It's around the time of the Bible. Okay, so it's one of these historical fiction kind of thing, but one of the best books I've ever read, hands down. Okay, so A Voice in the Wind starts with where Adassa's father dies for his faith. That time they were killing anybody. If you do not even come and proclaim your faith outside, they will come inside your house and kidnap you and use you for slavery or kill you. But not to say, you not come outside and say you want to preach. And that's how his father preached. He was a preacher. He kept preaching. So there was this day he was saying he's going outside the gate to preach. And that time everybody was hiding. And that's how I was like, he should not go. And he was like, no, he has to go. That even if he dies for his faith, because indeed blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Dun, 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 dun. So he went and he preached. He preached. And he died. I think Adasa had that feeling that day that this man was going to die if he went out today. But yeah, he died. And moving on, their mom died. Literally all of them died. It was not remaining Adasa and her younger sister. And that one was already feeble. She was already frail. I'm sounding like but she was weak. And when they will not find them, these Roman soldiers, when they used to march on these villages, that they will go to all the houses, bring out people, kill them, kill the ones that are not fit for slavery. Then the ones that they deemed fit to carry them. So it was her and her sister that remained, and they were hiding when they found them. And I think I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but I know her sister died before they would like bring her outside. Before they would get to like the city they were going, her sister died. So it was only her sister that got it, and she was having survivor's guilt self that she was like, why did God say only her? Why not her sister? Things like that. That is what's special about her. She don't know that Sekwe, God hand is on her. But yeah. So moving on, they took Adasa to their Roman place. Then you know that side now is Gentile, they serve different gods, things like that. So they took her there. Somehow she ended up in Rome. What's the name of this guy? Let me see there. I wrote his name here. This is not the. I know his name was Marcus. Marcus Luciano, something. Let me make sure it's Luciano before I go and say what I'm supposed to say. The name. His phone name is not here. But I know his name was Marcus. So yes. She ended up in Marcus's household. Marcus's mom assigned her to Marcus's little sister. Her name was Lucia, Lucia, because my name. One bratty girl like that. But she was not even very small. Though. She wanted to experience life. And anyways, Adasa was this very patient, kind, loving, sweet girl. And somehow Marcus, the person that he was a womanizer. Let me even a very, very big womanizer. You know that. But then somehow he fell for Adasa. Adasa too liked him, but she told him when he finally, someone should want to be treating someone like property. But then she was like, she cannot even like him or do anything or marry him because he does not believe in God. Thou shalt not be unequally yoked. So yeah, because of that, he was angry at her. At that time, the sister had even separated herself from their household. They had moved to, what was the name of this other place that they had already moved to at that time? Let me check. Second part of this piece. We will see about Rome. I remember to be Ephesus. Ephesus. I'm talking about those Yoruba. Ephesus. So yes, they had already moved to Ephesus and she was already living with maybe the person she married at that time. She married a gay man, meaning that they did not have anything to do together. It was just for like to get away from her family, and it was weird. She was weird. So that's how to follow her because since she was a personal need. Every single thing this girl did, that's how tolerated. And because she was very beautiful, she had people that are not. They say Adasa was not fine inside the book that she was playing. I'm talking about the sister now. But to me, this Adasa is not playing. But then, so she had to go with back to where I was. So Marcus had already asked her, and she was like, no, and it was like, so you're choosing his sister, blah 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 blah. She left. Then, what will happen next? The sister, she was now getting jealous of Marcus's affection towards a slave. Do you know what she now did? She now went to these people that used to capture Christians. I think at the time they captured Adasa, they did not know she was a Christian. They thought she was a Jew. She was just one of those, they were like, you know how they used to call them, that like stinking Israelites or things like that. When God commented in his channel, so they took her as one of, they were like one of those Israelites, or so that was what they believed she was. But then this sister that she was working for them went to them and told them that no, she's a Christian, blah, 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 blah. So then Asha brought her and they will put her in front of all those their Baal and all those their stupid gods that confess, are you a Christian or are you not a Christian? And Adasa cannot lie. So as they say, she should answer like this. She said she was a Christian. I know that she did not lie. I don't know if it goes to that point, but I believe that because it ended with her, this book one ended with her being mauled by lions. That is, when they found these people, their fate is either they kill them and sacrifice them to their gods, or they will use them as game. That game. Did I explain that they used to do one game that they will use human being to be laughing? That human being will be a lion, will be fighting, or human being against human being, and blood is always shed. That's the game they used to play in those times. So yes, because she went to report Adasa as a Christian, they took Adasa, they threw her into the ring. A lot of those Christians and the people that they hated at that time, they threw them into that place, and she was mauled by lions. So do you know what this evil girl did? She took her brother. She was like, and because she and her brother used to go and watch that game that time. I don't even want to start from the part where that sister killed her second husband. The first husband died because He went to look for her, but I cannot blame her too. It was the lifestyle that she had. He married her not because he liked her. The first husband married her because she looked like his wife that died. That was by the way, anyways. But then the first husband died. The second person she married, she poisoned him because of one stupid. One lady called Calabar. Calabar was doing like she had her best interest at heart. I will explain what she did in book 2. So yes, this person now invited her brother. She was not like her brother should come and watch the games that there is something funny has to see. And normally they used to come and watch it. They used to watch it together before. They just followed her. That's how at some point he was like, he was looking at someone in the middle of the, and it was looking like someone that he knew. And it was looking like someone that he knew, and I was like, And I was like, 2 and 2 does do apply side there, and like looked at his sister, and you know there was no way he was supposed to say. He was even shouting from the like audience, whatever. Like your child more the last. And she was on the ground in the dirt and things like that. It ended with where Marcus cursed her and said she was no longer his sister. So let me move to book 2. Book 2 is An Echo in the Darkness, also by Francis Rivers. Mark of the Lion, book 2. Book 2 begins from, I think, the stupid girl trying. I don't want to be using this. The silly girl trying to win her brother's attention, doing all sorts of crazy things. But then Marcus not really send her again. All he could think of was Adasa, because now it was not like maybe crazy. But then now remember that there was someone that meant so much to Adasa above all, and a god. So he went to Jerusalem to find out about a god. And the Calabar I told you people I was going to tell you about. I said when Calabar like the sister. Calabar a woman. Yes. It was, they practiced homosexuality, the stupid. Indeed, it's not. But the sister, Calabar influenced the sister. Environment matters. The people you work with matters. The voices that influence your life matters. So eventually, the sister that was innocent, like when she first married her first man, she was very she was still very young, and that's how she met Calabar through one of her friends, and everything just went astray from there. But she was living in that Calabar's house, pretending to be married to that stupid gay man. I think I'm stupid now. They are actually very stupid. So that stupid gay man. So that man was even not just a gay, he was also a pedophile. There was a young boy that he was raping. I feel like when some people say some books like this book destroyed them and things like that, maybe I'm not the destroyed them people. There were a lot of things I saw inside these books, and I was like, yeah. And so he was a pedophile, and he was living with her. He was taking all her money. Calabar was using her, different type of things. So she got sick. You know, when laws are made, or Jesus Christ is the fulfillment of all these laws. But when we have consecrations as Christians, it's actually to protect us and not to like constrain us or prevent us from enjoying life. Because I believe most of the sickness she had would never have happened if not for the promiscuity and all the nonsense that she involved herself in. So that was what happened. As for Adasa didn't die. There was this young man called Alexander. Is he doctor or call him now surgeon? And he used to try new medicine stuff. He learned under one man too. So he walked away from where he was learning. Not like walked away, but he was just traveling to know more and everything. So on that day, he found the day that they were mauled like by lions. He just wanted to use bodies to in fact test something. So he found that Adasa was like maybe moving her hand or something about her was her life. So something in the spirit, even though this guy didn't know God, something in the spirit was telling him that he should not leave that girl there. And once these people are killed and things like that, you cannot say you want to claim their body, you want to do anything like that. He had to kidnap the body from that place. Imagine someone that don't know God, someone that is not saying, "Tell someone, carry her." So it was not like that. God just dropped it that. Carry my daughter from that place. And it was not even carrying her, it was just like the nudge to not leave her, the nudge to. And because he likes testing things and like money, those so people. I just wanted to know if he could save her, or if he maybe even wanted to use her body as lab rat. I don't even know, but he did not want. He just had that nudge to take her away from that place. So he and his other apprentice, somehow. Was he an apprentice? Was there an apprentice? Or was it only? I think he went with someone, but I think it was only him. It was how they keep the secret. So somehow Isha got her away from that place, and he saved her life. But just that now, because that's where the mark of the lion comes from. That's where the mark of the lion comes from. She now had like a very huge scar on her face. I think half of her body too. But she was alive. So when she would step out, she had to use like a covering. And so it was in us Isha in that Ephesus, a busy Ephesus. Let me check. And now they were still in Ephesus. I think he went with, see me giving book review, see me scrolling. Look this. Marcus Lucianus Valerian, that's his name. Anyways, let me just, it's a review, let me not talk too much, 15 minutes. So in so yes, she now had to be covering her face anytime she stepped out and things like that. So the Alexander now stayed in Ephesus and was like an healer for this type of cold and all those. He had medicines and what to prescribe for them. But then at some point, most of these people came because they were heart sick. Most of the people came because things were going on with them. Most of these people just needed money. A lot of things were going on. So Adasa had to step in, and like, this lady knows how to breathe healing to people. She was so kind, so calm, so loving that at some point they decided to call her the healer. So Alexander said to protect her because they decided to know that there was a way she was connected to some of those like big people of the Gentile family. Not just Lucianus now, as in Marcus, like other ones of those people. So he knew that somehow these people are going to carry this girl away from you or harm her if. And another side is, I don't know if she's not okay, but she's not someone that used to like maybe hide herself or protect herself. She'll just like God will protect her, or she cannot lie. If you see the danger, you want to self-preserve. But her heart was so open. So they said that when they now called her that Lucia was sick and blah blah blah, she went again. The same girl that put Suicide Lions there, that did that. She went, she took care of her. But that time, Marcus was back. He had already met God on his what did they call that? Pilgrimage journey. So Marcus already found God. And yes, he found God. So yes, she was taking care of Lucia. At this time, Marcus's mother was sick, praying for her children, and Adasa was back, but they didn't know it was Adasa. They were calling her a different name this time around because she was covering her face. So she was still taking care of this girl that was the cause of everything, every one of her sorrows. And Marcus came back. He was bitter. He did not forgive her, even though he had given his life to Christ. It's a step-by-step thing. So he was bitter. And this girl, something happened to him. Ooh, Mutimati. There was somebody Adasa saved that was like one of these henchmen, all these assassins of that time. So his vow was that to jam everybody that wants to jam her. So he found out that Marcus's family was involved in what happened to her before. He didn't even know if it was sister or anything. She knew that Marcus' family was part of the problem of her life. He now attacked Marcus one time that when she had already moved to their household. So she has gone to talk to him that don't do it again. She now sat with him and he had to recuperate. She was not telling him that she forgive his sister, blah blah blah. So slowly, she forgave her before she died because she died. But then she gave her life to Christ before she died. I think that was what Adasa came to achieve. It was hard. It was really hard. When they play me, they joke. What do me as you go? It was hard. But then Lucia was able to give her life to Christ. In fact, they baptized her. And it was after that baptism that she went to heaven. But there was this part I wanted to point out, that with how loving Hadassah was, she didn't turn away people. In fact, Alexander was paying her some money and she would give it to some people that were hungry, and she was just so they decided to call her the healer. I already mentioned that earlier. And anytime she passed, some of the sick people that sat by the wall, they would try to like reach out to her shadow because they believed they could be healed. And do you know what stood out to me is that at that point it was not like there was this, maybe, how would I put it, the level of works people put into like maybe carry power these days, but like it was just a life that was Christ-like. I think that was what stood out to me. She prayed, don't get me wrong, she prayed. She dedicated her entire life to serving God. She knew that, and when it came to the point where it was deny God and stay alive or die, she chose to die, and God didn't allow her to die. But it came with scars. The book was like, bro. And sometimes the scars that come with like obeying God and not denying God, it does not have to even be physical. But there are scars. So yeah, it was more of work, but it was just a life of Christ, because she prayed for people and miracles did happen. And it was just this gentle spirit, this gentle nature that, okay, this girl portrays Christ. God. She really did. And Marcus found out that she was the one and married her. That was the end of book 2. Book 3 was about this bondman that Marcus's sister. Ah, Jesus, that girl, she spoiled grounds. She really spoiled grounds. But she gave birth to a child for this guy. His name was Atretis. Let me know this thing. Hey, they used to call them gladiators. You know, people are saying they were bondmen. Let's call them gladiators. But yeah, this is the third book. Okay. As sure as they done. This is supposed to be Atretis. Francine Rivers, Mark of the Lion, book 3. Yes. So Atretis now had to take care of their son. The son that he wanted to like dump on the road before, because he hated Lucia. He wanted to marry her after she killed her second husband, that she was now roaming about and doing no stuff. She just wanted to be sleeping with this one, bro. This one no one to do like that. Yeah, so he wanted to dispose the baby, but Adasa was the same person that didn't allow him to dispose the baby. At that time, he didn't even accept the baby. She had to keep him with John, one of the apostles. Yes. So he was still alive at that time, but he was the only one left. Yeah, he was the only one left. But yes, John now gave this baby to one lady that just lost her husband and child. So she was taking care of this boy. Then Atretis came to collect his child back. In fact, it's not a sick way he came. He turned the lady and come and collect the child and said, I will. Someone that shall be raising for. Okay, so when he now saw that the baby refused to stop crying and he cannot take care of this thing myself, Nasha said they should call her back. So he was just treating her badly, poorly. They had to travel back to his hometown because he saw that these people wanted to bring him back, and he earned his freedom. Another important part: when he wanted to marry Lucia, he cannot marry her if he's still a bondman. So he fought so hard for his freedom. It's not because of no, he has been fighting hard for the freedom since. But then he was not a Jew. He was a German. Because I knew that Atretis was cruel in the beginning, but it was not a Jew. It was from the side today they kidnapped. I think those Roman people just like to kidnap because this is just getting longer. But then maybe I should do part 2. Let me start with my hair. So this I must have been already pinning. I was bored before. So I tried to earn his freedom, and he did. In fact, it comes with a house and like the money and things like that. But these people, he was their best fighter because he fought with like vengeance and like I want to live. It was he won literally every. It is either he wins or he dies. So the other person that is coming against him died. But I mean they always die. I mean something like that. So this battle was the final one was it's either you die or you win. And he didn't die, so that was like end his freedom. He went back to her because she used to come to his cage that time. I'm sorry for using cage, But then it was excited. It was like, now he's free. He got a house. I should come and live with him. If you see the way Lucia did, like, that girl was just even crazy. But thank God for mercy. So, in now, when now Shark, the person that was in charge of him now wants to find a way to like chain him back to the thing he already left and said he doesn't want to do again because he was their best friend and things like that. He now knew that it was time for him to leave because once they found out that child that when he came, he found a child. If you find out that child is so, you will have legal grounds to want to like hold on to him. You know how those people used to do manipulative things and all those things. So he had to run away with the lady and his child because he could only leave her back because she would take care of his child. So the journey is along the way, he started to like the lady, and then he knew that this lady is someone that is devoted to her God and cannot just do anyhow with her. And hey, there was this man named Theophilus along the line. He was this kind person. He was a Christian, a man that really knew God. He followed them because he said he knows the path back to his family people. So before Adretis Usha gave his life to Christ, it was when that lady died. They were on their way. They were almost at his place. I think, and yes, she was still already even dead because I think they stabbed her or they shot her an arrow. But then Theophilus prayed and she came back. In fact, I think he saw Jesus and met Jesus. So that was how this human being gave his life to Christ, or this fictional man. And then so yes, the child went to his family place. When he got to the like, Adretis is back, things like that. Then was now, he just gave his life to Christ as they want to step into the village. This issue of I just gave my life to Christ, let's get it, all those type of. So he carried it into his village, like everybody must convert. If you don't convert, that's what he was doing. Theophilus was trying to tell him that he should calm down. He was, but Theophilus died in that village, and it wanted to make Adretis mad. But the person that killed him, Adasa found out about the person. He asked Adasa, Adasa said she knew. Theophilus told her before he died, because she met him before he bled to like death, that she should make sure Adretis does not like lose his or sin or lose his salvation, or this event to not draw him back. So she could not tell him. But then he was like still finding a way to know. Somehow, I think at some point he even found out the guy. He made some baby by him, but that didn't allow him. He was not angry at her that she kept basically fine. I say Adasa, Jesus. The third book is no Adasa, it's Adretis her name. Rizpah. Yes, her name is Rizpah. And the name of the baby was Caleb. So Rizpah. So Rizpah was now, she kept to the secret frame. Was now she angry, wanted to even chase her. Chase her to here. Does she know anywhere in that place? I don't brought her here. But then there was somebody that also liked Adretis before he left. She was trying to destroy the life of this lady. So she one thing after another, she was that one too was carrying dark magic so that she can become village chief. So she one thing after another. But as they go to that village, by the time people want to invade the village and things will happen, his mommy was already saved. His brother's wife, they took a lot of not maybe a lot, but tangible people is saved. Souls were saved. So yes, is that historical fiction that you would enjoy? You would love to read. I wish I could read the game from the beginning for real. Like I've not read it before, so I can enjoy that feeling. But yes, we're done here. I'm already tired. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.